Many of you had asked me how I record our conversations while we were riding through Ladakh and Kashmir. Here's how I did it. Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So if you had seen our series on our trip to Ladakh last year that my friend Yash and I took, you would have noticed that we record our intercom conversations while riding through that terrain. Here's a sample of it.
Today you see little front, okay? I'll see the lake. Shit, man. Why is it so blue?
Yeah. Oh, boat is going, see? Beautiful, eh?
Yeah. This whole section I have to stand and ride. The standing is so easier.
Yeah.
You won't feel any bum.
Yeah, exactly.
Both of you go home.
Yeah, do that slowly, okay?
Hey, look.
Bye bye, bye bye.
Bye. रुको. Coming in between of the road.
Cute kids. We made good progress, right? 6 o'clock we started, 3.5 hours we are in Gundalpet.
5:45 around.
I started, yeah.
After this Bandipur, out of Bandipur, we'll reach Mussoorie.
Yes.
Only thing is we are going to Ooty to be very near.
Ooty.
Cross Ooty and go to Kunnur.
Yeah, we have to cross Ooty and go to Kunnur.
By train
Kunnur.
starting.
Yeah. Toy train. I think from Ooty to Kunnur, no, the train service.
Metropolitan itself, it was there before.
Oh yeah, Metropolitan this thing.
I don't.
Now to achieve this, it's a fairly simple process. I have installed it meticulously inside my helmet, so I'm not going to take it all out just to show it to you guys because it's a lot of work to put it all back in. So I'll just walk you through it how I installed it inside the helmet. Okay, so now for this whole setup to work, you need a helmet which has space to install intercoms. Without that, you will not have enough space to do all these connections and all that stuff. So you need to have a helmet which allows you to have space for the intercoms. I use the Axor X-Cross helmet, and before this Axor X-Cross, I had the Axor Apex helmet, both which has dedicated space to install intercoms. I've used the setup on both these helmets and it works perfect. So it looks a little bit messy, but let me walk you through it. So this is the intercom speaker. So as you know, the intercom unit usually comes on the left side of the helmet. So from the intercom unit, you have separate connections which will connect to the intercom speaker, and you have a mic. And that is this. This is the intercom mic. So this is the intercom speaker and you have a mic attached to the intercom. Most intercoms comes like this with a mic, a speaker like this, which have on the either sides. One on the right and one on the left. So I have connected the whole setup to the left side of the helmet. So now there are two lav mics, okay? The two lav mics for the whole setup. The first lav mic that is here, it sits along with the intercom mic. So this is the intercom mic. This is the first lav mic. This lav mic sits along with the intercom mic. So this is the first lav mic. This lav mic sits right next to the intercom mic, and this lav mic records my conversations, my voice. Then there's a second lav mic. I hope you guys can see it. This is the second lav mic. This lav mic, see, it goes all the way here like this. Okay. So this second lav mic connects, it sits on top of the intercom speaker. This is the one that records the intercom conversations, the one that records the voice of the other person, the other rider. This is the one that records it. So there are altogether three mics. One mic is the mic of the intercom. The second mic is the mic that captures my voice. And the third mic is the mic that captures the intercom's voice through the speaker. These two mics, the one that catches my voice and the one that catches the intercom, is connected together. So you can see this mic, I have routed it like this through the space, and it comes down and connects to the one of the arm of a headphone splitter. So this is a headphone splitter. This actually you can use it to connect to a 3.5mm jack, and you can use two pairs of headphones in this. This comes as a single cable like this, and then there are two separate cables, separate connectors that goes like this. So one lav mic that comes from the intercom speaker connects to one of the extension of the headphone splitter, and other lav mic, I have routed it like this, connects to the other side of the extension of the headphone splitter. This headphone splitter works like a mic also, like it works ulta also. You can use it as a headphone splitter or you can use it as a mic combining thing. So it captures two signals. One is my voice and one is the intercom voice. One mic comes in one of the arm of the headphone splitter, the other mic comes in the other of the arm of the headphone splitter, and these two signals combine into one signal and goes into this particular jack. This jack, you will connect it to your action camera, whether it is a GoPro or a DJI or a Osmo Action or anything like that. So you have two signals combining into one signal and going into the action camera. These wires that you see, so this is the first one, that is the intercom mic. The second one, my mic, which comes and connects to one of the arms. This is the other mic that connects to the speaker of the intercom and connects to the other of the arms. The extra wire, I have pushed it inside and secured it with a double-sided 3M tape. So that's why you see all this, so many wires. You see, these are the two wires of the two arms of the headphone splitter. These are the wires of the intercom. These are the mic wires. Okay, all this I have secured with a 3M tape, and this comes out as a single connection, and this single connection connects to the action camera like this. This is my DJI Osmo action camera. So this comes and connects it to the action camera like this. This is how I record all the intercom conversations on my camera. I use the Sinova adapter for the DJI Osmo Action because DJI Osmo Action accepts only type C, which you cannot connect with a 3.5mm jack. So this is the adapter that I use. That goes into the DJI Osmo Action, and then 3.5mm goes into that. And this is how I record all the conversations. This will come and sit here like this. I hope you get a picture of this. So I've installed all the two mics that capture conversations of the intercom as well as my conversations on the left side, because the adapter of DJI comes on the left side. So that is why I went with the left side. I think most of the cameras, including the GoPros and the DJI, mic adapter comes, or the Type-C connection comes on the left side. So that is why I installed everything on the left side of the helmet. If the connection was on the right, I would have installed everything on the right side of the helmet. Now there is one thing that you need to keep in mind. All this mic connection and the headphone splitter connection should be of the TRS type, not the TRRS type. How do you differentiate? The TRS connector has two black rings, as you can see. The TRRS will have 3 black rings. The TRRS connection, usually you will find it in the modern headphone connections and the modern mic connections, because the TRRS connection includes 2 channels for the headphone and 1 channel for the mic. That is more suitable for smartphones and computers and all that, but it's not suitable for recording onto the action camera. So you will need lav mics that are TRS, that is 2 connectors, 2 black rings on the connectors and not 3. If you have spare TRRS mics or headphone splitters, then you need to use a separate jack that converts TRRS to TRS connectors. But I separately went for mics that only have TRS, because if you have connectors, then the whole system will become more bulky. Like already these connectors are this much big and the mic's end is this big. So if you have a connector in between these two, it will become so large that you will be running out of space to fit inside this helmet. And if you shove everything inside the helmet, the problem is when you wear it, you'll feel all these connectors pressing against your ear. You want the helmet to be snugly fit, right? So when you tighten the straps, you will feel all these bits and pieces poking in your ear. That is why you should not use all these connectors to convert the TRRS to TRS. Better to get mics and connectors that are already TRS to reduce the junk that goes inside the helmet. So that is the whole setup. To recap, you have the intercom, speaker and the mic of the intercom, and then you have a separate mic to connect to your conversation, and there's a separate mic to attach to the speaker or facing the speaker of the intercom to record the intercom conversation. Both of the mics end up going into a headphone splitter, and this headphone splitter will combine both the signals into one, which goes onto your action camera. And that's how I end up recording the intercom conversations, and it basically livens up the whole motovlogging experience when you have a rider along with you. And even if you have multiple other riders also, if you are using a mesh intercom, all those conversations can be recorded. And if you are having a phone call also, that also can be recorded. Anything that comes out the intercom can be recorded with your this thing. It will be combined into one signal and it will go on to your action camera. The signal intensity varies. Your signal will be louder and the other signal will be softer, but that you can edit it in post-production. You can compress it so that the louder peaks will become less loud and the softer peaks will become more loud. And you can achieve an even tone of both the conversations going on. And now if I close it with the padding, you'll not see all this mess going on. So let me close it with the padding. So now I put back everything together, all the paddings and everything. So now you can see, you can feel it. You can feel a speaker and you can feel the mic sitting on top of the speaker, but your ear comes somewhere around here, so it'll not poke you or anything like that. Fiddle around, because every helmet varies, the space in every helmet varies. So if you fiddle around, try to route the wires neatly as possible and secure it with 3M tape so that it will not poke you anywhere when the helmet is tight. So now all that sticks out is this wire that connects to the intercom and a wire that comes out and connects to the action camera like this. So when you mount your action camera like this, it will come and connect it here. I've been using this setup for almost past 1 year now, and I've ridden multiple trips with it and recorded multiple vlogs with it, so I can safely say that it works great. Now, some of you might argue that there are better setups than such a messy one, especially wireless setups like the DJI mic paired with the DJI cameras, or even the intercoms like the Sena and Cardo paired with the DJI cameras. Now, I found few downsides to it. Firstly, they are expensive. A mesh intercom, a wireless mic setup and all that are really expensive. Second of all, they are not self-healing. For example, I've tried connecting my Insta360 X2 to the VNet Phone V6 intercom. It works nice. You can record the conversation and all that stuff. But it's not self-healing, meaning that it will not automatically connect once you switch on the camera. You have to manually go to the camera and connect the intercom each time you switch on the camera. It is a big hassle while you're on the move. You cannot always stop, switch on the camera and then connect to the intercom and then go ahead. You just want to be able to record it with the press of a button while you're on the move. The beauty of this whole setup, even though it is wired and a little bit of hassle, the beauty of this whole setup is that it works with just a single click of a button. Meaning that your intercom anyways will be on all the time, especially when you are riding with someone, or if you're solo riding also, your intercom will be always on all the time. Either you'll be using with your phone or you'll be using it to communicate with the other rider. And when you want to record while on the move, just click of a button, the camera switches on, starts recording all this, and with the click of a button, it'll switch off and stop recording. So you don't have to stop, you don't have to manually connect the camera and the intercom and all that stuff. You don't have to do anything manually. It makes motovlogging while on the move very easy. You'll not end up missing precious moments also. The only downside to this whole setup is that it is not waterproof. I use a Sinova mic adapter for the DJI Osmo Action. So when you're using that adapter, the whole camera setup is not waterproof. So when it starts raining, I have to disconnect that adapter and put back the waterproof door on the DJI Osmo Action to make it waterproof. So this whole setup will not work in rainy conditions. But in places like Ladakh and Rajasthan, it hardly rains, so you're sorted there. The links to all these products I've given in the description below, so you can go and check them out. That's it for today's video. I hope you guys liked it. See you in the next one. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.